So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. Back in the studio. Wow, I love going to Stuttgart. I love visiting everybody. I love seeing the progress they're making in the healthcare system in there. But boy, it gets me back late after that 2-day trip. And getting that puzzle to upload last night, I mean, it wouldn't even process to upload. It just took forever and ever and ever. So it's good to be back here in familiar surroundings. But you can tell when I get in late, and here it is almost 7 o'clock. This is me clanging around. I'm just making a Fiero Spritz. This is the standard thing I do when I don't have the time or the energy, right? You know, so let's get in, let's get the puzzles done. Let's have some fun with that because that's always fun for me. And let's just have a nice, refreshing cocktail. And I love those big cubes bouncing around in there, hitting the crystal, making these lovely bell sounds. It's wonderful. But that's what it is. It's just so good to be back. Thank you for your patience while I was gone. I'm going to try to take the copies of the stuff that I filmed from yesterday and get those uploaded regardless. May take a while to get them off the laptop, but we'll get it figured out. So let's hop into our grid and see what we got. So looks like we got an Aiden Deshong and an Deshong-Hartstein co-construction today. That should be interesting to try to fit into the description. Let's go ahead and jump into the grid and see what we got. So Septet with the #1 albums B and Map of the Soul 7. I'm assuming we're talking about BTS here. Couldn't tell you if those are the albums. React to Flirtation, maybe Blush? Oh, stop. You're making me blush. Like a limbo bar after a few rounds. Ooh, how low can you go? Very nice. You're getting too excited. What do you think? Maybe tone it down? There's only one way to find out. Marguerite, ce n'est pas une pipe. This is not a pipe. One of my favorite pieces of all time. Sugar. Oh, who knows at this point? Probably sweet something. Let's try it. Toodle-oo. See you? Okay. Sage-colored sage. I remember we were talking about Yoda. Didn't mean to have my voice jump into that Yoda. I did not mean that at all. 3-star review of Battleship. Don't have a clue. Ship shape could be tidy. We like tidy. You could do surgery on any surface in this flat right now as we speak. You could do surgery in this flat anytime, all the time, on any surface. You talk about tidy to the point of sickness. That's me. If you've not had a Fiero Spritzer, the Martini Fiero Spritzer, you've got to try this. It's so good. If you like sweet, it's good. If you like dry, it's good. It's just perfect. A good one is bright. And how about an idea? How about we ideate on this and then call it brightness? That is to say, so this is like a sugar could be a sweetie pie. I don't know what my wife would do if I called her sweetie pie. She might punch me. Okay, so a piece of bread dipped in gravy. Huh. I would have never guessed that. I would have thought that was more of a verb, to be honest with you. I've never really considered that as a noun. So I learned something completely new here today. Sop. You can say a piece of bread. Did you finish your sop? Were you going to go ahead and eat that sop? Or were you going to continue talking while it's getting cold? Hint, hint. Now I know how to use it. Apt rhyme for fiddle. How about twiddle? And you said an apt rhyme, all right. Fall off. Maybe dwindle? Sign that there's no turning back. How about a one way? And that gives us that DW, and I think we do have a dwindle, or at least it looks like it could be at this point. AOL, as an example, in brief, could be an internet service provider. And so smartphone predecessors in brief, I know I had several Palm Pilots, and I had a Cassiopeia from Microsoft once. 3-star review of a no-stress class. I can't wait to figure out what's going on with this stuff. See what with 3 letters, maybe a sea cow? I don't know. Odysseus' captor would be Calypso. You know, Odysseus really kind of just dallied around, didn't he? I mean, he wasn't too big a hurry to get back home and stuff. Old Telemachus, they can hold down the fort a while longer. I gotta be held captive by this siren for 7 more years. I mean, drop down. Well, I'm thinking sag, but it could be sit. So let's see. Gobs. If it was sit, don't know what we put in there. Gobs, I could say a ton. All right, so I think we got sag here. Not a kind word to people once they hit their 40s. Squirm. Wow. Is this a wiggle? Let's watch them squirm. Okay, so is everybody watching White Lotus? Was the ending, the series finale, was that not the weirdest thing? I mean, I would say almost Shakespearean. Not even almost. That was Shakespearean. Wow, so much. We won't give anything away. No spoilers or anything, but still. Ooh, what a crazy ending. I loved it, but I hate that it's over. I gotta wait another year. Oh, I hate that. Sign on a park bench, maybe. How about wet? It's just implied that it's paint. 3-star review of Tulsa. Okay, I can't wait to see what these reviews are. I mean, subject line abbreviation. Because you can tell it's been a long day. It's a long drive to Stuttgart. It's almost 4 hours when bad traffic hits, and we never have traffic in Germany, but they're fixing roads right now. They're doing their thing, and they make beautiful roads here. No potholes. It's just so nice. But oh, just worn out. So, city seen in Instagram. How about Agra? Ding. Getting perfect pitch. That was a nice C. Yeah, it's still a C. Okay. 3-star review of the Friday before Easter. Piggies are probably toes. This looks like it could be good, not great. Which I guess makes sense. I mean, it's good Friday, not great Friday. So, okay, maybe. Better get to check it immediately, though. Urging at the start of a meal. Come on, people, eat. I can't eat until you eat. Stephen of the Crying Game. What was his last name? Ray? Oh, wow. That was such a good movie, too. I'm thinking about maybe watching that again. That was a good movie. Opposite of forward. Maybe reply? So, publication that predicted it would take 1 to 10 million years to invent a flying machine. 2 months before the first airplane flight. Okay, New York Times. That's funny. At most. Tops. Got it. Good. Okay, so what do we have here? Spiff up. Maybe neaten. Or let's get us into ship shape. Let's get us tidied up, right? So we still got that 3-star review of Tulsa. What do we have here? Where Jewish singles might mingle. Well, I'm Jewish, and I can tell you right now, this stuff didn't exist when I was dating. So I think we're talking about J-date. I have read about it, though. I think it's pretty funny. And let's see, LeVar, who hosted TV's Reading Rainbow for 23 years. Oh my gosh, I have no idea. No idea what that is. Source of smoke for a model volcano. My dad helped me with this once. and it didn't work. And we wound up using like a lemon juice and something, I don't know, baking soda or something to make a big mess. But it was cool. He did all my science projects, history projects, built me an entire big, huge map of it's kind of odd, but a POW camp in Vietnam. And he'd been to Vietnam 4 times and did, stuff that, but yeah, really cool stuff. I mean, I miss the old man. I got a good stepdad though, so life's okay, right? Okay, so 3-star review of Tulsa. And I don't know about you, but I'm thinking it's just okay. Is this a K? Reeves of Point Break. How about Keanu? And here is my impression of Keanu Reeves. Whoa. I could do that again if you like. If you want to try to practice with me. Whoa. Okay. Nickname that drops art. How about Stu? I cracked myself up. M&M color replaced in 1995, and be that as it may, tan. I don't remember ever having eaten a tan M&M. Now, I was not a big chocolate sweets eater. Just didn't really care about them that much, Title in Spain, Señora. But I don't remember tan M&Ms at all. I just do not. I don't know. I don't know. Stereotypical monocle wearer. How about an aristocrat? Got it. Boom. So I think we have it's just okay. This isn't some sort of, oh my God, what kind of name is this? LeVar, who hosted TV's Reading Rainbow. And how do I not know who this person is? Oh, I've been missing out. I didn't know that SOP was a noun. And SF commuter train system would be the BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, but very doable, could be easy. Starbucks drink made with olive oil. I don't have a clue. I don't know. If we get this wrong, we're gonna have to come back and check at this first here, because I don't know. I don't drink Starbucks coffee for one, and I don't have a problem with it. I just don't. They're not too popular here in Germany. Well, they're just not here really, unless you're at the airports or something. But I'm gonna assume this is Burton LeVar or LeVar Burton. It seems like 2 last names to me. And I'm going to go with oleato because it's made with olive oil, but God doesn't mean it couldn't be a boleate or a boleata. So I don't know. That I do not have a clue on, but we're going to maybe learn something there. If not, we'll learn that it was Burton LeVar. But either way, I have no clue. Like a step in the right direction. How about east? Unless you're traveling west and you make a right. Might be going north. Let's see. Hurdle for a future Esquire. How about the LSAT? Actress Vardalos, and I think that's Nia. So one's getting good marks. Marks. Nafes, got it. Con artists. Okay, got it. So, 3-star review of a no-stress class. Okay, words of defeat. I lose. And a 3-star review of a no-stress class. Maybe passable? I'm liking this. This is a nice little theme, actually. Well done, Aiden Deshong and Deshong-Hartstein. I love it. Perform a felonious favor for would be to maybe possibly a bet. And clear as dishes could be to bus. And touches could be a butts. And pens could be authors. Why don't they go out of my way to pronounce it like it's authors? I mean, I would say authored. Authored. I don't know. Cultivate. Cultivate. Interesting. Got an H at the end, so I'm going to run with nourish on this one, and then we'll see what we've got. Tax related could be fiscal. But let's stay away from that malfeasance thing. Fine, I'll bite. Go ahead, tell me your stupid joke. Diamond stat could be a run batted in or runs batted in. Talking tos could be earfuls. This is a pretty tricky little Uma Thurman. It's a pretty tricky little old Wednesday hump day grid. It really is. So a 3-star review of Battleship, maybe hit or miss. Why not? Puts on a patch, say, could be sews. Spike Lee of cinema. Okay, so ultimate purpose could be an end use. And let's try to go up and get this finished up here. I'm really concerned about who this Burton LeVar is. And so no man has a good enough blank to be a successful liar. And that would be Lincoln's quote, and that's a memory. I've always heard that, it's always better to tell the truth because you don't have to remember anything. Pelvis bone. How about an ilium? 3-star review of a cocktail shaker. You see, clearly we got mixed here, and this is like results, and that's really clever too. This is very, very well done. I love it. Gosh, constructors, Aiden Deshong, Hartstein, fantastic. Or as they would say in England, well done, setters, well done. So, mixed results. Yes. Oh, it's good to be home. It's good to be home. Good to be with you. We're here together. This is so nice. It's wonderful. Oh, it just feels nice. So, buyback agreement for short. I'm going to go with a repo, but it has such a negative connotation to that, right? But it was a great movie, Repo Man, by the way. Extremely... Oh, so... It's got a little challenge in this one. Dried chili pepper. All right, Texan.combest here. What do you got, an ancho? You sure do. Address opener, HTTP. And actor Spruce of Riverdale. I don't know. I've never seen an episode of Riverdale in my life. Seating option at a diner. This looks like a booth. That would make this coal. And they might be made of steel hyperbolically. Hyperbolically, unless you're talking about my abs. I'm so kidding. So, hardly strict could be Lex. And Seinfeld rolled for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. And I think that's Elaine. Never saw an episode. Bluff could be to lie. And sorghum relative looks like millet. And then we've got length for pregnancy or presidency could be a term. And how do we do, Bob? Oh! Very nice. So, again, we learned here today that... I learned here today, primarily, right, that this, it's Burton LeVar Burton. I don't know. It sounds like it could be 2 first or 2 last names. I have no idea. But I am blushing, to quote one down, to say that I have never heard of Reading Rainbow. It's something to be around for 23 years, and for someone who puts as much stock into literacy as I do, that's just a shame. And let's see, there was, I didn't know at all what SOP was. I always, if I have a septet, I just go with BTS. If it's 3 letters, that's what I've got to do. I have meant to, and I promise you I will, pull up a playlist on my Spotify account and start learning better what BTS is all about. Because, I love music of all sorts. And unlike most people who hit their middle ages, I don't have a problem with young people. I love them. I think they're wonderful. They bring great ideas to the table. They bring their generation's point of view, frame of reference to everything. It's wonderful. Every generation does things differently. I remember when Generation X was called the slacker. We were the slacker generations, even though we kind of did okay overall. And I think they said they're the most educated generation ever. I'm not sure. That's probably up for debate. But there were quite a few things that I had never heard before in my life in this puzzle. And I absolutely adored every single bit of it. This was a wonderful grid. Aiden Deshong, Oren Hartstein. Fantastic work here today. So let's go ahead and bring down our Bennier de Adieu. And I will just say, as usual, until we see you on the morrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin from Bavaria. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted you were here to solve this grid with me. I'm delighted you were here to welcome me back home. Be good to your neighbors, your friends, and all that stuff. Be especially kind to the person behind you in line, because everything is crazy right now. You just need a little bit of kindness on occasion. Be well out there. Cheers.